Hey everyone, it's Marianne from the New York City Organization of Public Service Retirees. So today is October 17th, and we had court this morning at 60 Center Street in Manhattan. And part of the case that was being argued had to do with the CoPay case, or Bianculli versus the City of New York and Emblem Health. This is known as the CoPay case, and there's many facets to this case, which is why I believe it's kind of confusing to many of you. But this case is being argued right now in two different courts, the Manhattan Supreme Court and the Appeals Court First Department. Okay. Today we were in Supreme Court in Manhattan before Justice Lyle Frank. And today was more of a procedural day about how to proceed with two specific motions. And so, what I do want you to know is that today we had our attorneys there was Jake Gardner and Hannah Belitz and Steve Cohen and Anna Minkova. And it was a very nice day to see a great turnout of retirees there. The judge noticed everyone that was there, that retirees did have a presence yet once again. So thank you for everyone that showed up. Argument started at about almost 10 o'clock, and we were there for, I guess, about 45 minutes. Afterwards, we left and we were hoping that we would get a swift decision, and we did. Today at 1 o'clock, our attorneys are notified that the court found again for the retirees. So this makes a 10th official win for us in stages of, and we've had a whole bunch of other little wins along the way, but this is huge because what this does is it allows us to argue this case, as we say, the meat and potatoes of the CoPay case in Manhattan Supreme Court, while also potentially giving us the ability to argue one of the components in federal court. So the judge held that we can continue to argue in two courts if we so choose to take a federal action. And yet, why is that important? Because it opens up a whole new world of damages that would be available to the retirees in federal court that are not open in the state court. Damages is remuneration, money. So I'm going to go on to discuss that at another date, but right now, what the win gives us is the ability to fight our case in two separate courts, state and federal, knowing that state court doesn't give you damages, but federal court does. Does that mean that there might be another potential litigation on the horizon? Yes, it does. So we are going to start another fundraiser because this could be huge. So we will start that probably in the next week. We said we will always do one more before the end of the year, knowing that we're going into the holiday season. But this one, this specific case, if we file this next case, this one could bring back a financial reward back to the retirees. Okay. Tomorrow morning, I'll be on the air on WBAI 99.5. You can live stream that radio. I'll be on with Steve Cohen, one of our counsels, and we will be discussing a few things like prior authorization and some of the ugly tactics that the city of New York and the insurance industry is taking against us for what we've been doing. Clearly, when you have a winning streak or you're on the right side of something that happens to affect someone's pocket and they can't screw you the way that they were hoping to, they tend to get angry. And we are going to discuss that tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. on WBAI. It'll be myself, Steve Cohen, and Keziah Glow, who's with WBAI. So have a great day, everyone. Thank you for all of your support. We can't do this without you. Your support to this organization is what keeps us going forward and helps keeping us with a wonderful litigation team in court and on the right side of history. Now, if you are one of those retirees that has a union that hasn't been supporting us, I'm going to urge you to keep calling those unions and letting them know we yet won one more stage in our case. This is our CoPay case. and kindly ask them if they would write a letter in support of what we're doing. Since we have been proving to them time and time again, whether they want to admit it or not, especially if your union is one of those unions that forced us into this situation because they were lied to. Clearly, you see Michael Mulgrew of the United Federation of Teachers drafted a letter to the mayor and to the city that he was withdrawing his support to Medicare Advantage. We want to encourage other unions that had voted to force us into a Medicare Advantage plan to do the same. So please contact your union. If your union was one of those that voted to do this to us, please encourage them to write a letter withdrawing their support and send it to us at retirees@nycretirees.org, or send it to any one of our attorneys, Jake Gardner from Walden, Moncton, Harron, or Steve Cohen at Pollock and Cohen. We would love to have those letters to submit into our next case. So have a great day, everyone. And again, thank you for your support. If you have not signed up to make a donation or sign up for our newsletter, please do so at nycretirees.org. That's nycretirees.org. Thank you, everyone. See you on the radio.